Do you have any plans to meet with her? And would you accept the Nobel Prize she wants to hand to you?
Well, I understand she's coming in next week sometime. And I look forward to saying hello to her. And I've heard that she wants to do that. That would be a great honor.
In a dramatic turn, just days after a U.S. military operation toppled Venezuela's President Nicolás Maduro, Donald Trump says he plans to meet opposition leader María Corina Machado next week in Washington. The announcement came during a Fox News interview following a dramatic, high-tension political weekend in which U.S. forces struck in Venezuela, captured Nicolás Maduro, and ignited global debate over the future of the embattled nation. Trump had previously dismissed Nobel Peace Prize laureate Machado, as he said she lacked the support and respect within Venezuela to lead.
Oh, I think it would be very tough for her to be the leader. She doesn't have the support within, or the respect within the country. She's a very nice woman, but she doesn't have the respect.
Mr. President, is it possible?
But now, surprisingly, the U.S. president said Machado was coming in next week sometime, and that he looked forward to saying hello. Pressed on whether he'd accept a Nobel Peace Prize from Machado, Trump said it would be a great honor, acknowledging her recent award and prominence on the world stage. This will be Trump's first meeting with Machado, who has not spoken to him since winning the Nobel in October. While Trump publicly weighs hosting Machado, he has maintained that Venezuela's path to elections will take time, stressing the need to stabilize the crisis-ridden country first. The White House has offered no immediate further details on the planned visit or its agenda. In a related move, interim Venezuelan President Delcy Rodriguez's government began releasing political prisoners, a gesture seen as part of broader negotiations. Machado hailed the releases as steps toward justice and renewal, saying injustice will not last forever, and that truth ultimately prevails amid the nation's turbulent transition.
I speak to the U.S. people. The Venezuelan people did not deserve this vile, warring aggression from a nuclear power. I say that this won't be revenge, but vindication, when we give lessons and give examples of what Bolivarian peace diplomacy looks like in our international action. Glory and honor to the fallen men and women. No one surrendered here. And instead, we had combat. There was combat for our homeland, for our liberators, for Miranda, Sucre, Rivas, Urdaneta, Zamora, and our liberator father, Simon Bolivar. There was combat for Chavez and for Venezuela. This is our greatest satisfaction and how we responded.
I came from Cuba to pay an emotional tribute to the Venezuelan combatants who fell in combat in defense of the Bolivarian and Chavista revolution and the sacred Venezuelan homeland. To express an emotional tribute to the Cuban combatants who in an unequal fight confronted the imperialist enemy that was desecrating the sovereignty of the Venezuelan homeland and who were protecting the constitutional president Nicolás Maduro Moros. We will continue our work in defense of peace, in international mobilization, in the campaign in defense of international law and the right to life and peace of the peoples, for the liberation of constitutional president Nicolás Maduro Moros and comrade Celia Flores.
We have come to pay a just tribute to noble men and women whose lives were snatched away in a vile attack. As Chancellor Bruno said, unequal, unilateral, illegal, and illegitimate. The people of Venezuela never thought they would be victims of an aggression of this nature. I speak to the people of the United States. The people of Venezuela did not deserve this vile, warlike aggression from a nuclear power. Our men and women who fell in combat are heroes and heroines of the homeland of Simon Bolivar, and the brothers from Cuba, sons of Martí, sons of Fidel, are also heroes and heroines of this homeland, because as one people they fought in defense against the illegal, illegitimate aggression. I have instructed the creation of a commission for the relatives and victims of our heroes, heroines, and martyrs. You are not alone. Venezuela is with you. You are not alone. We will continue accompanying your steps. We are not subordinated, nor are we submitted. We have historical dignity, and we have commitment and loyalty to President Nicolás Maduro, who has been kidnapped. We have loyalty to the first combatant, Deputy Celia Flores. All of Venezuela has rejected this vulgar violation of our sovereignty, our skies, our territory. We have decided on the construction of a monument in honor of our heroes, heroines, and martyrs. Honor and glory to the men and women who died in combat. Here no one surrendered. Here there was combat, and there was combat for this homeland.
The United States has confirmed it suffered casualties during a daring operation to capture Venezuela's President Nicolás Maduro. The American Special Forces Operation Absolute Resolve on January 3rd involved Delta Force, Special Operations Aviation Units, 150-plus aircraft, CIA assets, and intense ground engagement deep inside Venezuelan territory. However, the operation does come at some cost. The Pentagon confirmed that 7 U.S. service members were injured during Saturday's U.S. military operation in Venezuela. The raid was spearheaded by elite Army Delta Force operators, supported by soldiers from the 75th Ranger Regiment and the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, units known for conducting high-risk missions. A Pentagon official said 2 of the 7 injured soldiers are still recovering, while 5 have recovered from their injuries sustained in the operation dubbed Absolute Resolve and resumed duty. He also added that the fact that this extremely complex and grueling mission was successfully executed with so few injuries is a testament to the expertise of our joint warriors, and an assessment of casualties on the ground was still ongoing and is being led by the U.S. intelligence community. Venezuelan officials confirmed that more than 70 people were killed in the U.S. raid. Earlier, Venezuela's Attorney General, Tarek William Saab, said 23 Venezuelan security officers were killed along with 32 Cuban military and police officers who were in Venezuela at the time of the U.S. assault. According to the Cuban authorities, the slain military and police officers were fulfilling missions representing the Revolutionary Armed Forces and the Ministry of the Interior at the request of their counterparts in the South American country. On January 6th, the Venezuelan government held a funeral ceremony at the headquarters of the Presidential Honor Guard in Caracas for the 23 members of the Bolivarian National Army who lost their lives during the recent U.S. military operation in Venezuela. Footage showed coffins covered with the Venezuelan flag, accompanied by honor guard units, in a solemn ceremony attended by senior civilian and military officials, relatives of those who died, and representatives from various security forces. On Sunday, in a televised statement, Venezuelan Defense Minister General Vladimir Padrino said that U.S. forces had killed in cold blood a large part of Maduro's security team, soldiers, and innocent civilians.
The most important thing the Three Kings have brought us is that we become aware of what it means to safeguard the peace of our country, of what it means to ensure that Venezuelan men and women can live in peace. That is the most important thing, that the harassment ends. I have said it in every way possible, that the harassment of Venezuela ends, that the aggression against Bolivar's brave people ceases. And from here, a message to our young martyrs who gave their lives in defense of our country. Young martyrs, I have made the decision to declare a 7-day period of mourning in honor, and glory of the young people, women and men who died, who gave their lives defending Venezuela, defending President Nicolás Maduro. To them, our recognition.